Okay, so today we're going to do one of these Hexagon book covers for geometric design, and it just gives you some good tools on how to use Photoshop otherwise. So if I have my mouse on one of the computers at school, you just right click and it should come up with save the image as, or you should be able to copy the image. And then I'm going to go into my Photoshop and I'm going to go File, New, set your paper to International Paper, OK. And I'm going to drag this across just because it's easier for me to see that way. And if I do right click or go up to the top of your page and you do edit, paste, the image is there. If you do Control T on a Mac, it's Command T. Hold the Shift key down so that you can resize it and it doesn't go out of proportion. And then just hit enter. If I have this move tool chosen, you can use your arrow keys to move the image over. Right, so that looks good to me. If I click on my shape tool, yours might look different. It might be a rectangle tool or any one of these. Go down to the custom shape tool. You just have to right click here to get that. And if you look up at the top, I would have already chosen my hexagon. If you don't have very many shapes as your option, then you should click this little arrow here and click all and replace. So I've got the hexagon chosen. I'm going to draw a hexagon. Let's see, it looks like I've got the blending options set on 50. I'm going to make them, I suppose 50 is fine for now, just to make sure the shape's the right size. Press Control T again so that you can spin your shape. Right, no, it's definitely not the right size. I'll try putting it on one that's easier to see. A photo that's easier to see, I mean. Looks like it needs to go up. I'm going to use my arrow keys now because it's getting closer in size. It's just a bit wide here. And it needs to come down there. Now I'm going to hit enter and then press Control and use the plus sign to zoom in just to make sure that it's the right size. And click your move tool and then you can move it over so it's lined up correctly. Control T, Control T, sorry. Again, that looks pretty close to me. Just a tiny bit if I can get that. I'm going to hit enter and I think that looks pretty good. It's a tiny bit big. So I'm wondering if I can just push it in a tiny bit. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to make the blending options 100% again so that it's a solid shape. You can see it's a tiny bit off, but I think that's probably as good as you're going to get. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out again, so Control minus, and I'm just going to put this one on top of there, and then I can just go through and I can right click and duplicate the layer and just layer them over every shape and just make sure that they're right on top, that they're not off at all. You can always fix it at the end. Duplicate layer, and I'm just right clicking again and duplicating the layer all the way through until you reach the bottom. Right click, duplicate layer, hit enter or OK. And if your mouse won't let you get the shape right where you want it to be, use the arrow keys, the up, down, left, right key. Duplicate layer, OK. Right click, duplicate layer, OK. And keep going, and you've got a few more to go, but almost done. You want yours to look just like the example too, which is why we're tracing over it. Okay, all done. Now if I take this off, you can see it's pretty close. There's just a tiny bit where it might be off, but you can't really even notice. Yep. Alright, so now I'm going to start placing images in these shapes. So you can see this artist model, they've used lots of photos and then just a few solid colors, which they've taken from probably different images in this example. Alright, so if I go back to my Photoshop, minimize this in the background so it's not distracting me. Okay, so I'm going to go File, Place. On a PC, it's File, Place, Embedded. And I've got a folder of images that I saved on the desktop on my computer. If you're working from school, you'll have to go into the server for your images. Okay, I've got the images folder already open here. And you can see I've got them so I can see what they are, which is helpful. So I'm going to start with this flower and place it. And I probably want to place it somewhere in the middle. So hit enter. Let's see, maybe here. Then I put my mouse on top of that line so the finger comes up. On a PC it's Option, on a PC, sorry, it's Alt. So you press Alt and then that symbol comes up. On a PC, or on a Mac, it's Option. And you just click it and it goes in. If you've got your Move tool chosen, then you can choose different parts of the flower. So I'm trying to think of what part looks the best. Kind of like these ruffly feathers down, or petals down there. Okay, so that's good. Then I'm just going to do a bunch of photos and then I'll go in and choose some colors. So let's do File, Place, and I might do this butterfly. I'm going to put the butterfly down here. Line your mouse up there, press Option on your Mac and Alt on PC. Trying to see. Might need to make this a bit bigger, so I'm going to go Control T again, hold the Shift key down, hit Enter, and I can move it around. That looks good to me. What else can I do? File, Place. Let's find another photo. Let's see. We'll do the sunset. Where should we put the sunset? Right down the bottom. Option on your Mac you press. Remember Alt on a PC. Click. I need to drag that down. I like the trees actually, how they look like that. I like the branches. I just leave that there. And I might duplicate that image. Okay, and bring it down to the top. And Option you press or Alt, click. I'm going to go Edit, Step Backward because I actually want to put this in a shape that's higher up. So there we go. Put it down here. Okay, Option or Alt you press. Let go. That's better. Alright. Let's find another image. File, Place. Try to visit a cow. I don't know how well this will work though. Kind of a blurry image. Alright. We'll put it up here. do is flip this. If I flip the image, let's see, could I just go like this? Yes. Drag it right through and it's going the other way. Okay. What other colors could I put in here? Maybe another image. We'll try this Christmas cactus. Oops. The wrong image came up, so let's go back. I wanted to do this one. Place. And I might put this one. Try that. Press Option or Alt. Maybe we'll leave it like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go through and use this eyedropper tool. And if you click on it, you can choose some colors that you like. And do some black. We'll see how black looks. So let's see. Go down to the beginning. Choose your paint bucket. It's going to ask you something. Just hit Enter or OK. Oops. That's the wrong one that I chose. So we're going to go here. Just click OK. And there we go. Okay, so this one has got the bit of color in it. This one doesn't have anything. So let's choose a color to go in this shape. It should be this one. Let's see. Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Let's go to the eyedropper. Some sort of a pinky red. Okay, try it again. Not sure I like that color. Let's try a different one. It's a bit better. Okay. Alright, so what are we going to do over here in this color? If you look at them, you can see where they've got something like this shape has that sunset in it. This shape is black. That one has good color. This one is the orange. This one has the Christmas cactus. The next one has the monarch. So this one doesn't have anything in it, nor do these two. Okay, so it can be this color here. So what color do we want to put there? Maybe an orange. Let's try an orange from the monarch. Then down here, the eyedropper, I might choose something from this flower, which is actually quite dark. We'll see if it works. Paint bucket. Oops. I need to choose my shape first. There we go. To be honest, I'm not 100% about this. I've kind of rushed it. I'm not really stuck with a color theme that I think goes together, but you get the idea of how to do it. But anyways, I'm going to save this and put it on the internet for you to use. Cool. Good luck.